Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Monday the 9th of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. It's Monday, so we'll look at things from a weekly basis, and I've highlighted the major changes here in this red box. I will just speak about three things here. First of all, gains for the US dollar against the Chinese yuan. The market's perhaps suggesting here that the US for the moment has the upper hand in the increasing trade tensions between the two countries. Close to home for the US, the dollar has lost ground against its Canadian counterpart. In fact, the Canadian dollar making an impressive 1.08% move to the good against the US dollar. And against the ruble, it's the other way round. It's the dollar that's been gaining by around 1.69% as America cranks up the pressure on the Putin administration and businesses and businessmen that are linked to Mr. Putin's regime. Meanwhile, in the world of cryptocurrencies, both Bitcoin and Ether have a positive start to the week, with Ether up by around 6.7% shortly before we recorded the video. Right then, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. A reasonably light calendar, but still one or two bits to get our teeth into. We've already had economic survey watchers and consumer confidence data out of Japan for March. To come at 6 a.m. GMT, we'll have current account and trade balance data out of Germany, obviously very topical with trade tensions mounting. The focus has been on trade tensions between the US and China, but of course the EU has its own things to worry about, and the White House has flagged that they're not happy with things like German current account surpluses. Right then, at 7:30 we'll have Halifax house price data for the UK for March. Of course, house price is very important to the UK and tends to feed into the market's expectations about UK interest rates. Jumping forward to 12:15 this afternoon, we'll have housing starts in Canada, and that's followed at 14:30 by the Bank of Canada's Business Outlook survey. That'll be closely studied to see if it gives any hints about what the path for Canadian interest rates may be going forward. 15:30 sees a 3- and 6-month bill auction in the USA, and then we jump forward to 2200 for business confidence data for Q1 out of New Zealand, and at 23:01 the British Retail Consortium like-for-like retail sales data for the UK for March. Right then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, US equity indices fell sharply on Friday as the market digested weak jobs data, increasing trade tensions and the outlook for US interest rates. The US 500 index fell by as much as 2.19% as of the close on Friday night. Meanwhile, the US has confirmed it's been speaking to North Korea directly in preparation for a formal nuclear summit later this year. Meanwhile, the Pentagon has denied that the US has made airstrikes in Syria at the weekend in retaliation for alleged chemical attacks on rebel forces. Italy may soon have a new government, but not the one that was expected, says the FT, as a coalition between the Five Star Movement and the right-wing League now seems more likely. Right then, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. Well, why not think about this? The market focus of late has been on rising trade and political tensions between the likes of US and China and the US and Russia. However, economic activity may soon be back in focus, as data from JP Morgan shows a sharp slowdown in global PMI readings over the first quarter of 2018. And you can see the data here, the chart plotting three lines: services, all industries and manufacturing. And you can see a sharp dip here in this first quarter of 2018. Not quite yet in contraction territory, some way away from that to be fair, but nonetheless it's a decline that the market will need to take account of and pay attention to. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of leverage products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you for your time.